Hi, I'm here to talk about the Optimum Performance Training Model, or better known as the OPT model, which was created by the National Academy of Sports Medicine. The OPT model is one of the best models to use, hands down, in a health and fitness program. It is easy to modify. It is easy to see where your participants are at. You can prevent injuries from occurring later on. The best part about the model is that it's used during an off-season aspect, if we're talking about athletics in this case. You use it during preseason and off-season. That way your regular season is easier to maintain the physique of your athletes. It's easier to practice the special skill set that they need to succeed at their sport, as well as you can focus on the plays that you're going to run throughout the sport as well, as opposed to backtracking and making sure everybody's in shape to be able to even do it in the first place. The downside of the OPT model is that it does take time to create a good one. It takes time to establish a foundation of your athletes wanting to show up and participate in the OPT model, since most schools cannot require off-season practices. They're considered open gyms. Kids don't have to come to those. If you are a smaller school and you're struggling getting athletes in, it could be a little more difficult to start to get them to see how important it is to do off-season work. One study that very, very closely mimicked an OPT model did actually improve the torque of hamstrings and quadriceps of football players in a 7-week period. With that being said, in only 7 weeks, they could have established balance, coordination, agility, speed, acceleration, all those things by using the OPT model as opposed to just focusing on their hamstrings. Now, the study was done for the hamstrings and quadricep torque purpose. With that being said, had they used the OPT model, they could have gotten much better outcomes for an overall performance. Another study actually showed that utilizing the OPT model at a young age in adolescence, so elementary age kids, if they use that, it helps create a lifelong pursuit to stay healthy and to stay fit. If most kids stay physically healthy, they are most likely to stay mentally healthy as well. If you ever go to the doctor for depression or anxiety or stress, they usually recommend working out before they offer you medicine, which is very interesting. By creating the foundation for participants or athletes and their overall well-being through their adulthood helps create the healthy lifestyle that they deserve for themselves. It helps them keep in tune with their bodies and their mind and how far they can push themselves. The OPT model has shown to improve physical skills, even though it does take quite a bit of time to create a good program. But by using the neuromuscular facilitation that athletes and participants gain from the OPT model, they're able to work during the off season and be able to sharpen their skills during regular season. And that's what it's completely meant for. It's solely meant to create the foundation of a successful regular season so that as a coach, the coach wouldn't have to take a step back and get their athletes back into shape. When they create this model during off season, those athletes show up, they succeed, they gain muscle, they have hypertrophy, they get faster, they learn more, they accelerate more, and that way they can focus on their skill set during regular season. And that's the biggest part about this. Most coaches have to backtrack so often to create the regular season outcome. Whereas if coaches utilize the OPT program, they wouldn't have to do that. They could work on their plays during regular season and actually end up having a better season throughout it all. And it'd be foolish to not utilize something that's out there now. Just like anything else we use, why use an encyclopedia when you have the internet at your fingertips? It'd be foolish not to.